Hello everyone and welcome back to QuestBlue Academy. My name is Alex and today's video is going to be on how to create a directory in the new QuBe PBX. So a directory is essentially exactly what it sounds like. If you've ever heard to dial by name, please press pound. This is what that is, and I'll show you how to create one in our new PBX. So first you're going to navigate to Functions and Directory, which is where I am now, and click the button for Create Directory. Now you're going to give it a name, which you can call Directory, which is what I'll do, but you can also customize it for a particular directory that you're using for support, sales, accounting. If you have multiple directories, that would be something you could do. I'm just going to call mine Directory. Here in the description field, you can describe it. You can do the same thing. You can just have directory as the name and then support or sales or accounting, etc. I'm just going to do the same and call mine Directory. The next field is the caller ID prefix. So what that means is if you're sitting at your extension and a call comes into your extension from the directory, you can have it show up on your phone with a prepended DIR or however you would like to put it. But typically DIR works the best so that you can look at your phone and you know that the call coming in came through the directory. Now when someone dials into the directory, you can play an announcement to them. That can be customized once again to your business setup. I'm just going to leave mine as the default for now and move down to invalid retries. So this is how many chances your caller is going to have to dial correctly. So for example, my name's Alex, and the typical way you would dial that is 253. Now someone may try to dial the old way and dial the 5 3 times to get to the L, which you don't have to do on the QuBe PBX. You just dial 253 and it'll know that you mean Alex. So if that happens, you're going to give them how many tries here. You can do 1, 2, 3, how many you prefer. I'm just going to leave mine at 3. And the next few options are how the system's going to handle those incorrect entries. You can play an invalid retry recording that you create yourself to let them know that they've entered the incorrect information and try again. You can also set an invalid recording. So if they've already retried 3 times, you can have another recording announcing what's going to happen next, which brings you to the next few boxes. The invalid destination, if they enter the wrong information 3 times, you can have it set to go to any destination that you choose. For example, you could set it to go to voicemail at Alex or front desk or manager, something like that. Or you can also have them return to the IVR they came from. That will make more sense when at the end of the directory portion. I'll walk over to the IVRs and kind of show you how that works. But keep in mind that when you select yes to return to the IVR, you're overriding the options that you've selected here. So if you have it selected right now to go to voicemail, if it's going to return to the IVR, it's not going to go to the voicemail. It's going to override your selection and take you back to the IVR that you came from. So I'm going to select yes and just keep this blank here because I always like the person to be able to go back to where they started to, I guess, have another go at it. The next option for announce extension, when you do select a correct extension, say 253 for Alex, you can set it to play back a confirmation basically of who you're trying to send to. So dial 253, the system will play back to you, you have entered ALE for Alex, is this correct? And the person would just, or the user would just select to continue. You also at the very bottom have an option to add all users. What this does is it will add all the extensions that you currently have on your system. I'm going to set that to no because I want to drop down to the entries and kind of explain this a little bit. So you obviously here I have 3 extensions that I've created, Alex, Tom, and Bill. So I'm going to choose Alex. The system will verify that Alex is the correct name. which leads to a pretty good point. You can select a name here that is other than your name. So for example, you are the CEO of your company and you have an assistant assigned to you. You can customize this to, say my assistant's name is Phil. So when someone dials into my extension at 100, they're not going to come to me, they're going to be routed to my personal assistant Phil. So that's another option that you have. So I'm just going to put it back to Alex, and then add more Tom. System's going to ask me if that's okay. Yes, it is. I'll do the same for Bill. And each of these can have a customized announcement. You can create a customized announcement through the recordings on the PBX, or you can also do that through your voicemail. So typically when you have multiple users on here, it's easier to have them record their own personal voicemail, and you can route that call to play their name recording from the voicemail, which makes it a little bit easier to track and manage. So I'm going to submit all of these settings to save my directory, and now you can see its directory was created successfully. I'm going to migrate over to the IVR from Functions IVR. You can see that I've created an IVR for my system, and the notepad over here is going to allow me to edit that. Now if you scroll down to the bottom, IVR entries, you can see that my IVR has two options. Option 1 will send the call to a ring group sales. Option 2 will send the call to ring group 600 support. And now I'm going to give this an option of pound, and you'll see directory here. And the directory I created is called directory. The name that you give it will show up in this drop-down list. I'm just going to choose directory. So that will do it for today's video on how to create a directory in the new QuBe PBX. Stay tuned for more videos from QuestBlue Academy. Thank you.